students, today we are going to revise what we have studied last week. So for revising whatever we have studied last week, I am going to show you one CRS in which we will discuss about male reproductive cells and male reproductive system. Okay. So students, we are discussing the human male reproductive system. First part is sperm, the male reproductive cell. Sperms are the male reproductive cell of the male gametes. One sperm is one single cell. You can see the sperms in this diagram. The size of the sperm is around 50 micrometer. Its small size helps it to move easily. There are three main parts of a sperm: the head, the middle piece, and the tail. The head of the sperm contains the nucleus. Here you can see the nucleus in the sperm. The nucleus contains the nucleus and the chromosomes. The chromosomes contain the genetic information of the parent. Head of the sperm contains the nucleus. The nucleus contains the genetic information. The sperm moves with the help of the following parts: the middle piece and the tail. Fertilization in humans takes place in female reproductive system. The sperm needs to travel to the female reproductive parts where it fuses with the ovum. The sperm needs energy to move. The middle piece produces energy to help the sperm swim long distances. The tail beats or whips from one side to another to help the sperm swim towards the egg cell. The sperms are produced and transported by male reproductive system. There are three main male reproductive organs: testes, sperm ducts, and penis. Here you can see this in this diagram. There are two testes. The testes produce millions of sperm cells or sperms. Some of the sperms reach the female reproductive system and one of them fuses with an ovum to produce the zygote. There are two sperm ducts. The sperm ducts are narrow tube-like structures that transport the sperms from the testes to the penis. There is one penis. The penis transfers these sperms to the uterus of the female reproductive system. The main parts of the male reproductive system are a pair of testes, two sperm ducts, and a penis. Students, now we will discuss the human female reproductive system. The ovum is the female reproductive cell or the female gamete. One ovum is one single cell. An ovum is around 0.1 millimeter in diameter. The ovum is much larger than the sperm, while an ovum is 0.1 millimeter or 0.01 centimeter in diameter. A sperm is only 50 micrometer or 0.005 centimeter in length. An ovum is a spherical cell. In humans, one ovum is released only once a month. 1 month, one ovum. The sperms swim towards the ovum for fertilization. Some sperms may die during the process, so a greater number of sperms increase the chances of fertilization. The ovum contains the genetic information from the female parent. The ova, which is plural of ovum, are produced in the female reproductive system. There are three main parts of the female reproductive system: a pair of ovaries, two oviducts, and a uterus. There are two ovaries. The ovaries produce the ova. One of the ovaries produces one ovum every month. There are two oviducts. One of the oviducts receives an ovum once a month from one of the ovaries. There are two oviducts. The sperm meets the ovum in the oviduct. The fertilization resulting in the formation of a zygote takes place in the oviduct. There is one uterus. After fertilization, the developing zygote moves towards the uterus. The development of embryo into a fetus takes place in the uterus. Now we will study how humans reproduce.
How do humans reproduce? Let us meet Mohit and his family. Mohit has curly hair and a sharp nose like his mother, and green eyes and long arms like his father. Do you also have some features that are similar to your mother and some that are similar to your father? I bet most of you have said yes. But why do we get some characteristics from our mother and some from our father? How do we inherit characteristics from our parents? This is because humans reproduce through sexual reproduction. It is because of this mode of reproduction that the offspring gets the characteristics of both the parents. Let us understand how sexual reproduction takes place in humans. The first step is the production of gametes. Male gametes are called sperms, and female gametes are called ova or egg cells. Billions of sperms are produced by the testes in the male reproductive system, while one ovum is produced once a month by one of the ovaries in the female reproductive system. The sperm is a highly specialized cell with a head, a tail, and a midpiece. The head contains the nucleus, which stores the genetic information of the father in its chromosomes. The midpiece produces energy, and the tail beats to help the sperm cell swim towards the ovum. Here, the nuclei of the sperm and the ovum fuse to form a single nucleus. This leads to the formation of a fertilized egg or a zygote. This process is called fertilization. The nucleus of the zygote contains genetic information from both the parents. This is why the characteristics of the baby match with those of its parents. The zygote starts to develop by dividing into more cells. This developing ball of cells, called the embryo, slowly travels down the oviduct. It reaches the uterus and implants on the uterus wall. This implantation helps the embryo derive nutrients from the mother's body. The cells in the embryo continue to divide and specialize to form tissues and organs. It gradually develops body parts such as hands, a head, eyes, ears, etc. When the embryo reaches a stage where all the body parts can be identified, it is called a fetus. When the development of the fetus is complete, the mother gives birth to the baby. So today, we learned about the steps of sexual reproduction in humans. Let's quickly summarize them. The male gametes or sperms are produced in the testes and the female gametes or ova are produced in the ovaries. Fertilization takes place in one of the oviducts of the female reproductive system, leading to the formation of a zygote. The zygote develops into an embryo and the embryo further develops into a fetus inside the uterus. When the fetus is fully developed,